Hey guys, Estelle back here. I'm bringing you another video here. This is going to be my review video of the new Batman game, Batman Arkham City. I want to bring you guys attention to that percentage right there, 46%. I have 46% of the game completed right now. Here's a kicker. I've already beaten the main story. It just shows you how much content this game offers beyond the main storyline. Or another way of looking at it is how it shows you how insignificant this storyline, the main plot, is to the vastness of content that this game offers. Now, I'm not saying that the storyline is insignificant in the such that it's bad. It, in fact, is very good, and it has very cool twists and turns and villains that you didn't think you were going to see in this game, but yet you do. Case in point two, I'm not going to get into it. This is Mark Hamill's, who plays the Joker. This is the guy that did Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars movie. If you didn't know, has been doing the Joker voiceover work since the early Batman animated series back in the early 90s that I actually grew up watching when I was younger. This is his last hurrah as that character. He has said he is no longer doing any more Joker voice at all. He's finished for anything here on out. Any movies, any other things that come out, video games, he says he's done. So they do a nice little homage, woo ha ha to him in the game. And I'm not going to get into that at all. Alright, as you can see, I'm playing as Catwoman starting out here, and this is the kind of things that this game now offers that the first game did not. You're playing other characters. Obviously, too, if you pre-ordered, you got a bunch of other characters as well, and I'm thinking about a week or so, other characters will be available for other people that did not pre-order. Playing her is very cool. In the whole gist of things, both the characters do pretty much the same stuff. It's just the mechanics of it and how it's done is different. So there's a little bit of a learning curve when running with her versus usually playing Batman, and I'm sure it's going to be the same with the other guys as well. Case in point too, when trying to quickly run away and stuff like that, it's a lot different. She has to climb up walls. She doesn't have a grapple hook that can zip her up somewhere. She has to use her whip to get her so far, then she climbs up the walls the rest of the way. So it takes a little bit to get used to that. See what she's doing right there? That's how you get from point A to point B. Also, too, instead of the detective mode, you have a thief mode, and obviously looks a little bit different and things like that. And what's also very nice is that she can crawl on the ceiling if it's a grated fence, and you'll see that coming up right up here. So it's kind of neat. I really enjoyed playing her. Now, getting into the storyline a little bit here, yes, the main plot has ended, but her storyline has not. Now, it's kind of cool how they did this. Her plot for a while ran with the main storyline for a little bit. You would play Batman for a while, then you'd play Catwoman for a mission or two or whatever. And now that the main storyline is over with for Batman, her plot is continued on, and I haven't done all of it yet. This is pretty much right after the completion of the main storyline. And the reason I have beaten it so quickly and waited until now to bring you a video about it is because I did not want to give any of that away. Like I said, there's a lot of cool stuff that happens in this game, and I did not want to show you any of that stuff to keep the jive of the game, and so you guys are still enthused about it, and I didn't want to divulge anything. So that's why you're seeing this now, now versus maybe a lot of other guys might have showed you a while ago. Okay, now we're getting into Batman here. He gets battle worn, as I think he did last game in the first game, which is kind of cool to see his progression, how much shit he has taken throughout the course of this game. Started off with a clean suit, and now his cape's torn up a little bit. His bat suit is actually torn up a lot, so it's pretty cool. So I'm just lost my train of thought here. I'm doing a side mission. So getting into the vastness of this game, there is so many other things to do for so many other people. There's different villains that you would meet along the way that are for side missions. Right now I'm working on the dead shots side mission. There's some Bane stuff. There's some free stuff. All sorts of different things to do other than the main quest line. And we're kind of used to that as from the first game. Now, getting into this a little bit more deeply, also too, there are, again, Riddler does his his trophies and riddles again, just as you did in the last game. But it's a little bit different this time. I believe in the last game you had, you'd walk into an area, you walk into a building, and you would look to your map and you would see things that kind of showed you on the map where some of these things were. You just had to go out and try to find out exactly how to get to them. Well, that is again is the same in this game as you saw from me pulling up the map a little while ago, but there's a twist to it. You don't automatically get to see that right away. As you can see right now, that guy there that's green, Riddler has infiltrated every other gang member or villain's gang in this game. There's a guy and a couple guys in Two-Face's gang, a couple guys in Freeze's gang. That work for Riddler, and they're coded in that green overlay look. Basically, those are the guys that you need to communicate with to get the question marks and all the trophies put on your map. So here we are fighting right now, and I am trying to avoid that green guy because in order to open up the map so I can see these trophies, I have to keep that guy alive and interrogate him after everybody else has been subdued and put unconscious. So that's kind of cool. Makes things a little bit harder. Takes things a little bit longer, obviously, but it is a pretty cool idea and concept. Combat right now seems to be slightly improved. It flows a little bit easier. The AI or computer guys here seem to be a little bit more responsive and a little more realistic in sense than from what I remember in the first game. Game Informer did an article about this, and they talked about the same thing. In fact, Game Informer rated this game as a perfect 10 out of 10. And here I'm interrogating this guy to learn the trophies and stuff on my map. Gave it a perfect 10 and a platinum reward or whatever medal, being the best game in that month's edition. So that's really cool. And I guess if there is a flaw in this game, and this is not really more of a flaw than a preference, I suppose, is how overwhelming this game is. The amount of content and the amount of vastness that this game is can be very, very overwhelming, especially with the fact that there isn't really any help. In a sense, you can get lost pretty easily running around in these buildings because you can go in and out of these buildings as many times as you want, trying to go back and grab some things. Okay, gotta go now. I got this gear here. It allows me to get this item that's in this building here, and there's really no help with that, especially with the main plot. I probably spent a total of 2 hours of gameplay trying to figure out where I need to go, at different times. Especially when I was running around in the subway, I couldn't figure it out, and I realized I wasn't supposed to be there. The game doesn't help you with that very much at all. And like I said, that is more of a preference than a flaw, I suppose, because there are guys like me that would have appreciated that little extra help, so I wouldn't have to be running around aimlessly trying to get to a point where I knew I needed to be. But there are other guys that like to be able to do whatever they want when they want, and no interference from the game telling them what to do. And in a sense, it makes the illusion of a not so linear game. Yes, this game is linear in the sense of on the main plot line you got to go point A to point B, but it's so big and they have those little things, and it kind of disguises that fact a little bit. That is just that's how I see it. Let's see, what else can I talk about this game before we wrap up, because we got a couple other things here. Overall, great game. I highly recommend it. Highly playable. After you beat the game, there's an extra difficulty mode in the game, so you can redo everything again. You can play the game over again, but you keep all your gear and everything that you have and the status of your guy. But it's just harder. And I haven't done it yet, but I think I probably will do it. Alright guys, I know this was a quick video. I didn't want to divulge too much into the storyline here, so you guys can enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Rate, comment, all that lovely stuff, and I will talk to you later. Take care.
To make the shot, Deadshot would have been lying down. His body heat melted the snow there.